On Karak Highway, if you see a woman standing alone by the roadside, just ignore. Don't even look twice because they say she loves to follow those who've noticed her. Hello, you guys, and welcome to the G.M.C channel where I bring you the ghost, the mystery, the crime. I am Esther Winson, also known as Leah Mia on social media. Yep, do follow me on my socials here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. The links would be down in the description. And I hope you guys stick around till the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please, as per usual, leave that thumbs up, comment something, and if you have not done so, please consider subscribing. I would love to see this channel grow, and for that I would need your help in that. So help me help this channel grow further. And without further ado, without blabbering even more, let's get into today's ghost story. The Karak Highway. The Karak Expressway has always carried more than just traffic. It carries stories. It's deemed as one of the most dangerous stretches in Malaysia, connecting Gombak all the way to Bentong Pahang through thick forest, sharp curves, and endless fog, especially during the night. This hair is really disturbing me. Like, I'm just gonna put this at the back of my ear like that, like, right? Right, yeah, much comfortable. Anyways, back to the story. This road, Karak Expressway, Karak Highway, for decades it is soaked in superstitions. The yellow beetle that appears then disappears, the tunnel where the radios die out, the lost ghost boy that still wanders around looking for his mother. So despite all of these legendary superstitions, legendary ghost stories, some locals believe that there's something else. A woman, the dead woman of Karak. Stories about her start circulating around the late 90s. Lorry drivers, taxi men, late night travelers, they all talk about the same thing. A creepy looking woman dressed in white with long hair covering her face. Sometimes she stands by the road, sometimes she stands by the tunnel, sometimes she would be walking slowly or standing in the middle of the lane. Always barefoot, always silent, and all of these stories somehow go the same way, with something completely impossible happening to them. A young couple, they were driving back from Genting at about 2 a.m. Genting is one of our famous highlands, so yeah, they had a great time. They were driving back home and it was already the midnight. It was slightly raining outside, so the roads was shimmering because of their headlights, their car headlight. That's when they saw her, a woman. She was standing by the road looking away from their car. The husband, he started slowing down the car thinking that maybe it's someone needing some sort of help. But before their car even came to a complete stop, boom, suddenly something hit their car at the back. The husband slammed on the brakes and the car came to a halting stop, and he turned to see what had actually hit them at the back of their car. That's when he saw her. The same woman from outside is now sitting at the back passenger seat of his car. Literally inside their car. She was dripping wet. Her eyes was black, like completely black. At this point, his wife started screaming and he, out of panic, started flooring his gas pedal, and their car spat out of there to the nearest town that they could find. And after a couple of minutes, they reached a gas station, a well-lit gas station. They stopped their car, quickly got out of their car to get some breather, like to catch some air. So once they have calmed down, they walked back to their car, to the back seat, just to check what is there. But there was nothing there. No woman, nothing. But guess what? The seat, the back seat, it was soaking wet. There was no way any rainwater could have come in because they had all their windows closed. But yeah, the back seat was soaking wet. The husband later swore that he felt her breath, some sort of like a breathing at the back of his neck. What do you think? Now, this other story, it comes from a lorry driver named Rahim. One day, around the midnight as well, Rahim was carrying a lot of construction materials and he was going around Bukit Tinggi. Bukit Tinggi is another beautiful highlands in Malaysia. You know, it has like really beautiful French village, Japanese style villages that you guys can visit. So if you guys are ever in Malaysia, do go and visit our highlands like Genting, Bukit Tinggi, Cameron. Those are really beautiful, serene places. So back to the story, back to the lorry driver, Rahim, right? So he's taking a lot of the construction materials in his lorry. He was going through Bukit Tinggi. That's when his headlight, it's like splashing through the road, right? There was no cars at all. It was only him, his lorry, going through that lonely road, when suddenly his headlight started capturing a silhouette of a woman. The woman was walking barefoot on the middle of the road. So further away, he started honking and honking so that the woman would move off the road, but she doesn't even flinch. She doesn't move. She doesn't do anything. She just keeps on walking slowly in the middle of the road. Having no other choice, he swerved, avoid hitting her. That's when he started seeing a face appearing right beside him, like right beside his lorry at his window. So this woman that was walking just a couple of seconds back in the middle of the road and now is flying, matching his lorry's speed, where her face is right now right beside his face through the window on the outside. Can you believe that? That floating face from the outside started slowly turning to look towards Rahim. By this time, Rahim is losing it. When the face turned, it was so pale and it had no eyes, like literally two hollow holes. That was it. Rahim fainted. Later that morning, people found his lorry wrecked against a guardrail. Thank God Rahim was still alive, but when he gained conscious, like when he came through, he was shaken. He said the smell of frangipani started filling up his lorry's cabin, and that was the last thing that he remembers. The face that was turning and looking at him with no eyes, and the frangipani smell that was just overpowering before he fainted. The locals, they started talking. They said that frangipani, well, that's the smell of Pontiana. Pontiana, yep, that's another vampiric spirit that is widely believed here in Malaysia. I've got a video made of her, so you guys can go and watch it. Maybe after this video, I'll have the links popping up. So yeah, don't miss that out. And now for the final story for the video today, right? Let's get on with it. It comes from a small family that was heading back to KL at night again. Why do you guys be traveling at night? It doesn't seem to be so safe with all these things happening. But who am I even to say? Because I travel on that road a lot in the middle of the night as well. So I've got no say in this. I was just wondering and it came out of my mouth. Anyways, back to the story. This was a small family. It consists of the father, a young mother, and their small little baby. As their car was approaching the tunnel that is on the Karak highway, a woman was seen running towards their car, waving frantically, like as if they're asking them to stop. So the good people that they are, they started slowing down their car. The husband thought that maybe, she met into an accident or something like that, and she needed help. Again and again, the same thing. Their car came to a stop. The woman now ran to the side of the driver's seat. The man rolled down his window. When I read that, rolling down the window, it should be an older story, right? Like nowadays, we just press on a button. But this guy, he rolled down his window. So it should have been happening back in the days. I don't know, early 2000s, 90s. So he rolled down the window. That woman from the outside, she started staring at him. She's not blinking. She's not speaking. She is standing super straight, staring at the husband. Now the husband is a little weirded out about what this woman is doing. She was just a while there shouting, frantically running towards them. But now she's just literally just staring, just staring straight at him, a blank poker face, nothing, not saying anything, just staring. Isn't that creepy? So the husband right now is a little creeped out. He's asking hey, what's happening? Do you need any help? What's going on? Where are you from? He's throwing all these questions and he is getting nothing from her. Couple of minutes pass. The woman is doing the same damn thing. This guy gets really freaked out. He's got his wife and his baby in the car. So he quickly rolled back his window, closing up the window, and he started driving off. Even when they were driving off, driving away from that woman, she didn't move. She still stood there standing straight and just looking at where the husband's face was. She was just there, standing, not doing anything. What is that? Now their car picking up speed, just moving away, right? Both the husband and wife, they're not saying anything to each other. They realize that they have just faced something really creepy, but they didn't want to address it yet. But halfway through the tunnel, the wife tries to look through the rearview mirror again to see whether the woman is still visible or not. That's when she sees the same freaking woman now in their car, sitting at their back seat, smiling at her through the rearview mirror. Yeah, the wife's eyes is like right now just glued to the rearview mirror, looking at that creature at the back that is just smiling at her, when that creature's face started to slowly shift and slowly but surely becoming exactly like the wife's face. Creeped out, not making a single noise, holding onto her baby, glued to the rearview mirror, looking at the creature at the back, when the husband started hearing like whispers that was coming from the back of his car. So he's like, my wife is here. Who is whispering from the back? So while driving, he turns to see the back of his car. He sees the same figure with his wife's face smiling back at him. After seeing that, he turns to his wife. That's when he sees her with tears coming down her face. She was tightly hugging onto her baby. She was slowly whimpering, like crying, so shocked that she could not actually make any loud noise, scream or shout or anything. No, that was it. That was it. The husband got so freaked out. He slammed on that brake. The car came to a shaking stop, like in the middle of the road. When the car came to a complete stop, it started feeling normal back again. He turned straight to his wife, hugged her and the baby, comforted her so that she feels much better, because she was already panicking at this point. So he comforted her, made sure she felt better. They took some breather, and then they said some small prayers. They prayed over themselves, over their car, over their baby. And then once everything seems to be better, a little calm, he started back their car. And thank God, nothing else happened to them after that. They reached back their home safe and sound. They vowed to never ever use that same road ever again at night. I think anyone who faced something like that would take that promise, would take that vow. So, who is she? Why does she appear again and again on the Karak highway? Some said that she is the mother of that lost ghost boy who died in an accident many years ago. Others believe that she might just be the Pontiana, forever bound to the place that she perished, wandering, searching for her child. And others say that she's not just one ghost, but a reflection of all the women who had lost their lives on that road. There are also the ones who think of it in a very logical way. You know, those logical people, they don't believe in all this supernatural thing. They say that this would be just highway hypnosis, thick mists, headlights bouncing off fog, the brain just filling in shapes that aren't there. But then you gotta think, why do many people see her in the same way, you know, in the same place, the same dress, the same hair, the same black eyes? What's the explanation for that? What's the logical explanation for that? Karak Highway isn't just a legend for all these mysterious stories. It actually aligns with real pain. In 2016, 3 teenagers lost their lives after their car swerved to avoid something white. In 2018, 2 men died near Bukit Tinggi in a car crash. Many witnesses claim that they saw a woman in white appear on the road just seconds before the impact. I myself have seen numerous accidents in the last 10 years of extensively using this road, this Karak highway, for travel. There was even once where me and my husband would have gotten into this one terrible accident in one of that highway's curves, because we were on the speed lane and we were passing by the curve. So when it's a curve, you don't see what is ahead of you, right? So we were in the speed lane and suddenly we saw a car literally diagonally on the road and we were going straight towards it. I still remember the driver from in that car, like in the window of his car, and he's like turning and looking, and our headlights were beaming onto his face. Thankfully, there was no cars on the other lane, so my husband was able to swerve out of his car and we continued on. We were so panicked that we didn't stop to help or anything, but we saw cars at the back. They were slowing down to stop. Hopefully, he got the help. But yeah, that happened out of nowhere on that road. Like I said, we travel on that road a lot. And yeah, quite a few freaky things have actually happened on that road, even to me. I'm an example here. Police, they always chalk it up to, weather, rain, or speed. But the locals still leave offerings by the road's curves. Candles, flowers, sometimes just silence. My husband, he personally practices silence in one of the curves. He says that a long time ago, they found a young woman's body over there. She was raped, killed, and just thrown over there. And after many, many days, her body was found over there. And even till this very day, I see like a small shrine and that curve. So that exact curve, every time we pass through, my husband turns off the radio. He doesn't speak. He just practices silent a couple of seconds before that curve and a couple of seconds after that curve. Many people believe that this dead woman of Karak, she's not there to hurt, that she's not angry. They say that she's just lost. Maybe she died there a long time ago on a misty night where nobody stopped to help her, and now that road had become her permanent residence. So if you find yourself driving on the Karak highway at night and you see someone at the side of the road not moving, wearing white, long hair, whatever you do, don't stop, don't look twice, because I think if you do, she is already in your car at the back seat looking at you through the rearview mirror. Gosh, it's so creepy. It's raining up a storm out here. So dark. Every time I sit to record, it just gets darker and darker. So, yep, you guys, this is the story of the dead woman of Karak Highway, a road that keeps its ghosts close to it and never lets them go. Wow, that tagline. Just go and Google up the Karak Highway. There's like numerous stories out there, numerous encounters from people. So you would get even more stories than this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please don't forget to leave the thumbs up. Do leave some comments on what you think. If you got your own story, let me know. I would love to read them. And as per always, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Go click on that subscribe button. That will really, really help the channel to grow. I would love to see this channel growing. And don't forget to come back next week for next video. It might be crime, it might be a mystery, it might be ghost stories. And if you have time to spare now, please do watch my next video that might be coming up at any moment right now. So until then, stay safe out there, take care, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.